rejected claims that she's handed a blank cheque to RTE as part of its multi-annual funding plan. So this is the funding for the future for RTE. It's an eye-watering sum of money, isn't it?
Fran, I've been saying this at committee with the last year, and the board committee examinations were just token examinations. I could see it happening in front of our eyes. There was so many people refused to come in. D. Forbes and many others refused to attend. Others that came had legal advice with them. It was just a charade for the public, the system, the governance system, the country, the government, to say we're dealing with RT. We haven't dealt in one single way with RT. Who I do feel sorry for all the time is the ordinary staff, and there are many. I mean, the government's decision to financially award RTE, despite a year-long of financial scandals, I said it really ridicules public concerns, and there are many public concerns. Look at the licence fee. People have voted with their feet and voted with their pockets. So to think that they would have no answers. I've said this in the Dawn and committee, and I can say it here. Look, the law was broken, flouted in RT. The Social Welfare Consolidation Act 2006, because they had hundreds of bogus self-employed employees. Any business, and now they've admitted to me in committee, that's on the record, they have a sum of 21 million, not their money, taxpayers' money, put away in a contingency fund to settle with revenue. I would love to meet a company from Carrigan-Shire up to Moneygall or across Tipperary, a self-employed business or company that have they have awarded that facility, that they can have these debates with revenue and discussions, and we might settle with you if it's proven. Revenue come down like a ton of bricks with penalties and penal interest if people are behind in any making form.
It'd be interesting to see how much of the funding goes on redundancy packages.
But this is the problem we saw them going on again. Nothing has changed. This is my worry, and I feel so annoyed that, like yourselves, like the Tip Midwest, the print media, all the community stations and local stations, and indeed Virgin Media and TG Car. I mean, you must be aghast at this.
We are, because, I mean, there's this constant thing about public service broadcasting, as if nobody does public service broadcasting other than RTE.
I heard you allude to that the other day. I'm so glad. I mean, RTE will not cover the migration issue. Will not cover it. Haven't covered it, will not cover it. I attended the show one night reluctantly, Katie Hannon show. It was set up, a sabotage, panel, audience pack. So it's not. Public service broadcasting is long since gone. There were some great broadcasts, don't get me wrong. I listened to the late Micheál Marahertig and many other people. I brought up 3 years ago the treatment of researchers and producers of the lovely nationwide programme. And Dee Forbes told me herself in the ante-room of the meeting afterwards, and my authority, that nationwide was rubbish. She wouldn't even turn on the television to see it.
Well, that's the best thing they do.
This is the attitude. This is the group think. That's as sure as God, my mother's in her grave, that's what they told me. Because I'd confronted them, because I'd been contacted 2 nights before the meeting by an employee who'd got an email at 9 o'clock of a Sunday night to say that she was retiring, would have to retire on her 65th birthday, when they had given me day and chapter and verse of deals that were done with different mail broadcasts. I won't mention them here, but I did mention them, and I had them. They were left to stay until 70. And that she had taken a court case. No, sorry, there was a woman 2 years earlier had taken a court case, and it was a settlement of $250,000, and it cost nearly $500,000 to take that case. Taxpayers' money, not my authority's money or Dee Forbes' money. Taxpayers' money.
So this doesn't improve things as far as you're
There's
concerned.
a systemic rotten culture in RT. I also said that they should sell Montrose and the Sacred Cow and move it out down to the Midland somewhere, Portlaoise or Rathlone or somewhere. I remember Radio Athlone going back when I was a Buchel Oak.
Yeah.
You do too, because it's a very valuable site. Why should the taxpayer be asked now? And imagine giving them, look, you do what you can with the licence. We'll give $6 million extra to An Post to try and enforce the licence and collection, and we'll give you anything else. I said this to Tip Midwest the other day. If you're fundraising draw at the moment, Tip Midwest, would be great if you were told, raise what you can in the draw and kind of funds. We'll give you the rest. That's what RT got. A blank cheque. I thought we'd get interim funding. I've been saying this like a bad record for months. Wait till the doll has risen, committees have risen, and we'll make this announcement. 60 million, I thought, but this is 700. This is $750 million over the next 3 years. It's outrageous.
And you won't be able to interrogate this as a committee until next year, will you? Is that the way?
No. We'll go back, I suppose, and we're going back in September. But I'm making the point that if this happens and the dawn is gone. The Cabinet the other day brought 250 pieces of legislation at the last Cabinet meeting before the summer. Can anybody tell me how could that be good governance? Because 50 pieces of legislation, let the ministers be, and I know many, and fatigue is setting in. How would you scrutinise 50 different, how would you deal with 50 different pieces of business in a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour Cabinet meeting? You couldn't possibly, you know.
I must leave it there, Matty, but thanks for dropping into us today. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Fran.
1800 938 007.